All right. First things first, my name is Kenneth Burr. My company's Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and Cardboard BC Kingdom. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the same part. We build these PC cases out of cardboard. As a matter of fact, I gotta do a corrosion job today on one of the PCs. Yeah, this is basically, we already know who this fellow is. He contacts us quite a bit. Anytime we're showing up any new technology, doing something different, something crazy out of the box, they contact us crying. They do it every time. It's a normal process for us. Nothing new. But anyway, just to answer your question real quick. First things first, the chargeback. Now I've been in business for a very long time. I've been through dozens and dozens and dozens of chargebacks. Let me explain to you how a chargeback works. You go to your bank institution, you file a complaint against my company. You make statements. Now, mind you, we contact your bank. We contact your bank and we have a conversation with them. And I will reach out to them, right to your bank. We'll figure out exactly who made the complaint. Reach out to your bank. And we will send over video demonstrations showing that your product is working perfectly fine and that you lost the PayPal dispute and that you got upset. We have all our products are tested. Everything we have, we back it at 100%. If it didn't work, none of the customers, none of their stuff would work. Nothing would work at all, period. So we send them over customer demonstrations, company demonstrations, showing the product works perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I would have no problem with basically sending samples down to your bank so they can basically paint it up and test it themselves. So it's not a problem for us to do this. But also too, keep in mind that if your bank finds out that you lied and you made statements that weren't true, now you're facing bank fraud charges. So let me explain to you what bank fraud charges will do to you. How much jail time can you get for bank fraud? So bank fraud, if you're caught on this, carries a 30-year federal prison punishment. You can go to jail, yes, for 30 years. If you made a false claim against my company, you filed a false claim with your bank involving my business. How much jail time can you get for committing a false statement against someone's company in your bank? Oh, but you did daylights out of that one, didn't I? Yeah, it's the same thing as 30 years. I make sure 100%. So up to 30 years. 30 years. So if you wanted to make a false statement about my company, we'll reach out to your bank. I got no problem with that. I'll contact your bank. I'll find out through PayPal what institution's involved. We'll reach out to your bank. You can give your bank our email address, have them contact us and call us directly so we can have a nice conversation with them. And we will send them information on our products and everything that we do. We will reach out and have a conversation with them. Now, not only that, we'll send them whatever they need at the end of the day to show that the product works perfectly fine, exactly what you purchased. So if you think, so what some people think they'll do is they'll try to override PayPal. They'll contact PayPal, and if they lose their claim through PayPal, what they'll do is they'll basically go to the bank and they'll file a chargeback. But if you went to the bank and you lied and made statements that weren't true, we will contact your bank and we will send them out the product. We will show demonstrations, we will show customer reviews, showing your product works perfectly fine. And because you basically filed a false statement against my business to your bank, we will file a complaint against you and file a complaint against the bank, which I think the bank's going to have no problem with dismissing the claim and turn around and file against you for bank fraud. So go ahead, knock yourself out. And let me tell you something from the door. When you file through your bank, it doesn't go through. You don't get your money back right away. It takes 90 days, which I think is 3 months. It takes 3 months for that to go through, for you to ever see your money. So for us, we don't mind waiting 90 days. I'm good. But what you have to understand is not only are you going to wait 90 days, but you run a high risk. If you can't back up your claim, as I said before, we can go to court. I have no problem with that. If you can't back up your claim, you run the risk of basically facing a 30-year prison sentence for bank fraud. Also, we can basically file charges against you for committing fraud against my company for making false statements to an institution about us, and that's going to give you another additional 30 years. So go ahead and write the check. I'll cash it for you. No problem whatsoever. All right, want to explain that to you real quick. I got to get back to work.